Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video. So of course we have another news update, and this news update contains a new GX. So what new GX are we talking about? Well, we are going to be talking about a Grass HP 170 Pokemon. There's a hint right there. It just so happens to be Virizion GX. Looking a pretty cool GX indeed. There is a picture of Virizion GX right there. Very interesting, I have to say. The cost for the attacks is looking very nice. Very nice indeed. It's looking interesting. Of course, it is a basic Pokemon, so you won't need to evolve it or anything like that. It just straight up goes down. It does have a HP of 170, which is cool, kind of low for a basic, but yeah, you know, it's not as high as Zeraora or Lapras or Buzzwole, so yeah, it's not up there, but it's definitely a very interesting looking GX. So let's go through all the moves. So we got the first one here, which is called Double Draw. For one colourless, draw 2 cards. This to me shouts as a worse Lapras. Normally Lapras just allows you to draw 3 for 1 energy. This allows you to draw 2. So it's a kind of worse version of Lapras. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that first move. It's just it just shouts to me worse version of Lapras. But we're not just here for that one move. We're here for the second one, which is called Sensitive Blade, and it's just 2 grass. Just 2 grass. That's all it costs you. And it's a pretty cool attack, actually. Does 50 plus damage. If you play a supporter card during this turn, this attack does 80 more damage. Now, I'm not being funny, but how many people don't play a supporter every turn? There might be a few turns. Say you've like dead drawn and you've got nothing, and you've literally got no supporter, and you're looking for maybe a Sycamore or a Cynthia or something. Obviously, we're talking possibly post-rotation, so there wouldn't be a Sycamore. So maybe Judge, Cynthia. Yeah, there's a few other things that obviously you can use as supporters. Mallow, Hala, Elima, Lily, anything. Any supporter at all, and that will activate this attack a bit more. So, instead of doing 50 damage for 2 grass, it can do 130 damage, which isn't bad. For 2 grass, put a choice band on there, it's doing 160. I can't think of anything that does power up grass attacks. There's nothing that like shouts out as you can attach it and it'll give you extra grass damage. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent attack, and I like how it sort of like has a sort of synchronization with the supporter. I like that, because a lot of decks, or at least a lot of people on most turns, will play a supporter. It could even be a Guzma. Didn't think of that. Guzma, Acerola. There's plenty of like different supporters which people do play. So yeah, that could be pretty interesting. It doesn't say exactly which supporter, it just says a supporter. So yeah, Sensitive Blade for 2 grass. Pretty cool. The GX, let's see what the GX is called. It's called Breeze Away GX, and it translates as put any number of your cards in play and all cards attached to them into your hand. Right, so what I'm getting from this is that both the first attack and the second attack are both colourless. Now, I'm not saying they want you to put this in any deck, but you think about bringing this in. Maybe you Ultra Ball for it, or you can't do anything else with it. So Ultra Ball for it. You get this up, you put it in the active, and you GX with any energy you want. You can then heal. Maybe you've got all basics on the bench. You can then heal all of them, basically. Maybe there's been a Tapu Koko going around spreading damage. You do this, everything comes back up. Now, obviously, if you've got energy down, and this is like almost near the end of the game, you're going to ruin the game for yourself. However, Breeze Away GX could be an interesting, at least, move, especially that it's colourless. It could be placed into any deck, really. Yeah, and especially maybe if you run counter energy. Is it called counter energy? I think it is. Pretty sure. It's basically the energy that allows you to... it's almost like having 2 rainbow energies, but it activates when you're down on prizes or when your opponent's up on prizes. No, when you've got more prizes than them. That's it. So yeah, it could be interesting. It could definitely be very, very interesting indeed. Moving on from that though, of course, the GX does, if it does get knocked out, will take 2 prizes, so we all know that. That's fair enough. It has a weakness to fire. Ho-Ho, that's all I'm thinking of. Or Ho-Ho is the only thing I'm thinking of at the moment. Of course, there is Macago coming out in this set, so that would be able to possibly one-shot it. So yeah, I mean, obviously there are a few others. There's, Charizard, Incineroar, that sort of stuff. But we're thinking of the stuff that gets played mostly. Resistance to nothing. Thanks, Virizion, you're great. And it does have a retreat of 1, which is pretty cool, because if you do put this in any deck, and you do so happen to just place 1 energy on it, and you can do the draw for 2, or the GX, at least you can retreat it, which is pretty cool. So, moving on from that, what works with this? Well, let's go through a few things that might work with this pretty nicely. At least they're Grass GXs, which could work. So, of course, we do also have some stadiums as well, one of them being Aether Paradise Conservation Area. Basic Grass Pokemon take 30 less damage. It's not bad. It can help. It is a 170 HP Pokemon, so there is that. We've got Laurentiis GX. Which could be used with this. Laurentiis has got some pretty cool moves. The Flower Supply, 40, and then you can attach 2 basic energies from the discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Solar Blade, 120, and you heal 30 from this Pokemon. And the GX is pretty cool. It does 50 times the damage, times the amount of grass energy attached to this Pokemon. It's pretty cool. It is definitely pretty cool indeed. Plus, it's almost very close to what Virizion's attack costs are. You've got 1, 3, and 1. So obviously it's just 1 off in the middle. We do also have Gliscopod, which of course is a big, big Pokemon at the moment. A lot of people do seem to be playing that. It's not as played as much as it was, but it is still out there. Gliscopod GX, though, it's got some really good moves there. Really, really interesting. We've also got Decidueye GX as well. Now, this could be pretty good because obviously you have that Feather Arrow ability, which people have tried to use with Zoroark GX, and that did, it was pretty cool. Even I've tried that, and it's not bad. You just have to remember to Feather Arrow, because those 20s are pretty devastating. We also have Leafeon GX. Now, I'm only putting Leafeon in here because of the GX itself. It basically will allow you to evolve any of those previous ones up. Now you get Gliscopod, Laurentiis. That's done. Obviously, Decidueye would only go into Dartrix, but at least it would evolve them up. And it's not a bad Pokemon, Leafeon. The attack is a little bit meh, but the ability, it's okay. Does the job. Yeah. Pheromosa GX. Now this is interesting because this one is also a very low down on cost for attacks. Only 2 energies on this. Fast Raid. I have to say I do like the first attack on Pheromosa straight up. If you go first, you can use this attack on your first turn. Fast Raid for 30. Now, say for example you do go first, and they have a Tapu Lele in the active. Put a Choice Band on it, it's doing 60. 60 on the first turn is pretty nice, it's pretty nice indeed. Cruel Spike for 60, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused, and then you have Beauty GX, this attack does 50 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. It's pretty cool to have at the end of the game, let's just put it that way. It's good at the beginning, and it's good at the end. But it's not good to sort of keep dealing damage. That's what I'm sort of getting at. It's nice to chip, and then it's nice to end off the game. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad call. Not a bad call. In terms of supporters, Gardenia, yeah, that's not a waste of your turn. Don't play Gardenia. I'm only putting it here because obviously it can help. Yeah, we won't go there. But yeah, it helps grass Pokemon. I mean, obviously, if you are starting out, and maybe, for example, you do end up getting a Virizion, maybe it's in a pre-release, and you want to use it in, like, maybe you've got a theme deck. Gardenia, it's not bad. You know, in a theme deck, at least, if you're new to the game. Going on, don't use Gardenia. Just don't. Please don't. I'm only saying that just so we can let that be known. But in terms of cards, that is about it, to be honest. I can't really think of any others bar than those. There's not really anything else I can really think of that sort of would work well. I think there are other grass Pokemon. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I don't think it's the best out of this upcoming set for Japan. I definitely don't think it's the best one. There are definitely others which are clawing up. I think Zeraora is definitely up there. There is another one which we will be seeing hopefully tomorrow. I think that one is going to be pretty cool as well. But this one is definitely not up there. It's good, don't get me wrong. It's a GX, it's got some pretty decent attacks, but I don't think it's going to see a lot of play. But who knows? I could be completely wrong. Anyway, moving on from that, we got the Guess the GX answer. So last time I gave you this picture right here, and I did mention the fact that it might have been something to do with Gen 2, and that maybe only UK people might know. I'd say only UK, but I think America as well. Japan, I don't think has seen this promo. Of course, we're talking about Raikou GX right there. Very nice indeed. And it just so happened that Zeraora last time was a lightning Pokemon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Not that I would say play this, because this is... No, don't play it. Don't do it. You'll hurt yourself. Don't do it. Do not play Raikou GX. But yeah, there we go. There is the answer to that. And then, of course, we do have another Guess the GX. This one I think could be a little bit easy. But we'll go with it. So there is the picture right there. There's it inflated. And there's it inflated a little bit more. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on what this GX is. And also, let me know your thoughts on Virizion GX. Am I talking rubbish? Do you think it could be playable? Are there any other cards that could be played with it? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, subscribe to the channel for more news. And also rate the video so I know that you're enjoying the content on the channel. And apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel.